What if I told you that not everyone on the internet was who they say they are? It's a real shocker, right? This is the off week and it doesn't have a theme song yet. Do 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 do. That's all you get. Do 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 do. So I'm Trey Dorn, and welcome to the off week. It is the show Nerd and Ty does. Any week we're not doing a full-blown episode because it's a fortnightly podcast. It's really a simple concept that I, for some reason, have a hard time explaining every other week. Who knows? Well, let's talk about what we're here to talk about, and that is conventions using fake staffers. It's weird, right? So if you don't know what I'm talking about, in the last week, we wrote an article on Nerd and Ty about how Wine Country Comic Con has using a fake staffer to promote their convention across various Facebook groups. Now, this is actually bigger than we thought it was at first, and so we're actually going to be writing a follow-up article, but you can read the first one right now by clicking here, or it'll be down in the description also. But what you effectively need to know is that Wine Country Comic Con has created a fake Facebook account for someone to represent their convention, and they've stolen images from models and cosplayers to be the images for this profile and crafted an entirely fake persona. And then they're taking this and going around and posting in various Facebook groups, talking with people online to promote their convention. And it's weird. Like, in the case of Wine Country Comic Con, they have gone to this bizarre length of crafting, like, highly detailed backstories and histories for these accounts. But they're far from the first people to do this. I've seen it before. You take a look at the name Molly Blue. Google that. That's another fake staffer for a very different convention. But even then, fake Facebook accounts were created. All of these, they were listed in press releases for some conventions, but they're not a real person. And it's insane. And I've been trying to figure out why conventions do this. Sometimes I think it's because they want to make their organization look bigger than it is. But if that were the case, they wouldn't almost always be women who were the fictional creations, and they're almost always run, the fake accounts are almost, of these women are almost always run by male staffers. And I think that there's something weirdly hinky behind that. Because, I mean, especially in the case of Wine Country Comic Con, where they've taken the photographs of, like in the case of the fictional staffer we wrote about, they took photos of this Ukrainian woman who was modeling things in like her underwear sometimes, and they repurposed that. And the weird thing is that they've had her converse with people. They've had her friend people and write statuses and all of that, and it makes it almost feel like they're trying to catfish their own attendees. Like they're trying to use the attractiveness of this fictional person to sell the convention. And that's bizarre and dishonest, especially when you consider conventions are communities. We are building these communal structures, and when you go in lying and sowing distrust, that's just weird and kind of mildly awful when you think about it. And I have to ask, what's the end game? When these guys who have been talking to this woman find out she's not real, your convention's lost these guys as customers going forward. Yeah. And it almost feels like there's an attempt to make the staff feel more inclusive by using women as these surrogate, by using fake women as these surrogate. Like, I guess we have found the fake geek girls. They are completely fake. They're run by real geeks, but they're fake girls. I guess that kind of makes sense as a sentence. Also, I think there's a level with some cons where there's a theory in customer service that you always put a young woman on the front lines because people feel less likely to yell at them, that they're less intimidated by them. And I guess that maybe working into it, using the inherent sexism and misogyny in our culture to the advantage of the organization, putting women up in front, and the idea that maybe they're putting up fake women because they don't have real women available. Although I know that's not true. I mentioned Molly Blue earlier, and I know for a fact that that organization has actual women near the top. Like not at the top, but top adjacent. And so I don't get it. Because all that happens once you get found out that you've created this fake person, all of that goodwill you've tried to build is gone. People feel lied to and betrayed, especially when, in the case of Wine Country Comic Con, they're like talking and engaging and commenting with people. And that's in many ways a betrayal of attendees. So, yeah, why? Oh, and by the way, that one we revealed again, Wine Country Comic Con has like half a dozen of these fake people. Gonna write up another thing on that. But holy crap. Holy crap. Conventions, why are you doing this? Why are you inventing fake staffers? Use your real staffers. Use real people. And don't steal images off of people's Instagram accounts and pretend they're you. Because that's weird. I mean, that's just weird. Right? I mean, honest to God, I can't be the only one creeped out by this. You know?